Dylan was born 6 weeks early. He was born with Down syndrome, but he also had a heart condition. And I had a really difficult time with it. I didn't sign up for this.
So at 5 months in utero, we went in for the typical, let's see, if you're having a boy or a girl, and the technician didn't say a word. I don't even know if I can put it into words. It was just devastating.
It was a very stressful time. I think dealing with the news and the diagnosis and disappointments of what you expect your child to be, and our expectations and dreams of what we had hoped our family to be in the future, it was all turned around.
And then just shocked, didn't know. Couldn't digest it all. So no reaction really, kind of stunned.
He was born 4 months early and he was fighting for his life in the hospital. But I remember asking the doctor, is he gonna walk? Is he gonna talk? Is he gonna eat? Is he gonna do any of those things? And thank God the doctor said, Tanya, if he doesn't do any of those things, are you gonna love him any less?
When Thomas was born at Hoag Hospital in 2008, we did not know that he was gonna have Down syndrome, and he was diagnosed right after he was born.
My first feeling was, oh my God, I wasn't planning for this. I thought, well, how am I gonna be a parent? How do I do this?
At about a year, she wasn't hitting the developmental milestones, and with that, she was having rapid head growth. So they originally thought she had hydrocephalus and did a CT scan, and it came back that she had a genesis of the corpus callosum. When we found out, there was kind of a sense of relief because we knew it was something that we could deal with, but you also know that there's gonna be challenges now and for her life, so definitely accepting and then moving on and trying not to look back at the life you had wished for and hoped for, and to look forward to the future and what's ahead that's going to be positive.
I had a pet gorilla, and her name was Matilda. Matilda liked to sing songs every day, and this is what Matilda the gorilla would say. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah.
That first day usually is kind of a relief, like finally I'm in a group of people that understands who I am.
I know, working there, that these parents come in and they're full of that same emotion. They're full of that same feeling of, not knowing the outcome, not knowing what's going to happen in the future.
They really welcomed me, so it was really nice to be there.
It was like, being back at home.
Very scared to go, very, very nervous. And I walked in that morning, and everyone on the staff walked up to me, took my son out of my arms, loved him, held him, told me how wonderful he was. And it was the first time after he was born that I actually had hope that everything was going to be okay.
It just felt like a big step for me. Majority of the people there were kind of moms, and it was me going there first.
It's very overwhelming when you first walk in. After the first two classes, you fit right in and you realize that everyone is there supporting you.
Personally, we were those parents, on the first day, the scared, the where do we go from here? And now it's like, let's look at the next 6 months. Let's look at his performance review. What are we working on? What toys can we get? It's confidence. It's knowing that no matter what happens, you still have all these opportunities for success.
Kids learn through play, so really that's the foundation of everything we're doing.
It's probably the most unique situation I've ever been in the fact that you have both parent and child.
So the program is for the children, but you're really working with the parents and the family.
So we want them to get down on the floor and crawl after the kids or roll the ball and have the kids roll it back to them.
They learn from us what to do with their child in each situation.
When I have the parent right next to me, they get to see exactly what I'm doing, and then they can incorporate those exercises and activities in their own home.
That's when most of the learning happens, and it sets the whole basis for what can be learned in the future.
We see a big difference when there's a parent who's able to take that information and take it home and work with the child through the week, and you see progress at a very fast rate.
The challenges that I've overcome are being able to eat, being able to walk, being able to talk, and I'm getting more and more used to having it every day.
It's absolutely amazing to see him. Absolutely amazing.
ICEC is so much for Thomas, but there is a part for us too.
At ICEC, we have a marriage family therapist who works with our families.
The parent support program is my favorite part. I love all the therapy for Ashley. That was amazing as well, but the parent support is what allowed me to feel like a typical parent.
Again, when the children are really little, you feel really isolated. To be able to come to a place where everybody is kind of in your situation, it's wonderful.
We share our joys, we share our concerns, we share our frustrations.
It's nice to go somewhere and talk with other parents, and you don't have to explain every little thing about Down syndrome.
It was really great to be at a place with other people who had older children and were in the program, and we were able to meet with them and see that things were going to be okay.
You're in this journey together. You don't feel so alone, and you feel like there's actually people out there that understand you and the pain that you're going through. I feel loved and accepted here by all these people, including the staff. The staff are great.
The staff is on board right away.
They truly enjoy working with their children. You get the sense that they would do this even if they weren't getting paid to do it.
At ICEC, you have the OTs, the PTs, and the speech people. So they're all looking at your kids.
So it's great to know that you don't just have one set of eyes, that you have all three that are looking at her to see what her next goals are, what the next treatment plan is.
They genuinely care. You can tell that they have an interest in seeing him succeed. And as a parent, there's no better feeling than to see someone working with your child with those kind of intentions.
It boggles my mind how good they are.
And they're human. They're not afraid to be wrong. And they want your feedback. And they want the parents to be completely involved because it's definitely two-sided.
You talk to any one of them there, and they've all been there for 20 and 30 years, and you don't stay in a job just for that long without wanting to do that kind of work.
What they gift families with is priceless.
ICEC is a place that really helped us set the foundation for our son.
The first 3 years are the most critical years.
Every dollar spent on early intervention saves $7 later down the road.
It's so important to do the therapy and get them in early.
I think it is so important that parents come and realize that they're not alone.
Life goes on. We're still going to celebrate life.
I was so amazed and so impressed about what they did for me that I immediately felt this is what I need to do.
I think they empower us to do the very best job.
That you're not so afraid of doing it by yourself, that you actually have support.
They advocated for us as a family. They advocated for Joy. They saw a need and they moved forward with it, and I really appreciate them for that.
That's why I work there today, because it truly made a difference.
The sooner you find out about resources like ICEC, the better off your child's going to be.
First of all, I don't think Alex would be talking if he didn't do early intervention.
Talk to other people, find other parents.
I think if organizations like us didn't exist and weren't there from birth on, that it would be much more difficult for them in the future, for the families and for the children.
And we really do treat each parent as an individual. So we look at how are they going through this process and what can we do to help them.
I don't think there's any greater reward than feeling you've actually helped somebody who needed you.
It's helped them so much that I couldn't imagine life without ICEC.
Come. Just come and see us. Listen to us. Cry with us. Be with us.